Most young men waste their teenage years doing this one thing, and it kills their future. If you're a young guy watching this and you can't stop scrolling, listen up. When I was 13 to 14, I used to always scroll. I remember I used to spend so much time on TikTok and Instagram Reels, going from video to video, and I absolutely hated my life. I remember every time I used to scroll, hours would go by, and by the end, I'd just be feeling really, really drained. I used to cycle between Snapchat, TikTok, and Instagram Reels all at the same time. I remember I used to get back from school, and the first thing I used to do was literally sit down, have a bunch of snacks next to me, and just be scrolling on my phone for hours. I was so lazy that sometimes I would literally lie in bed at 4 p.m. in the afternoon, literally on my phone scrolling TikTok and eating junk food. By the time it was 6 p.m, 2 hours had gone by, it was dark outside because it was winter, and I'd done nothing that evening. Then what I'd usually do is scroll for a little bit longer, and before I knew it, I'd have to get ready for bed and I had school the next morning. During this whole entire time, I repeated this process for about 2 years. I remember as I was living life during this time, things just felt super, super slow. Like, things were super, super slow, but life was moving so quickly at the same time. I didn't really feel like I learned anything, and during that entire time, the only thing I learned was pretty much bullshit. Every single bit of content I consumed was all just random bullshit from influencers that don't even care about making a bigger vision. I remember as I used to scroll, I literally felt like I was in low battery mode for the whole time. I would wake up in low battery mode because I'd been sleep deprived from the night before because I was scrolling, and then I'd be operating in low battery mode for the whole day. The best way I could describe it was, imagine you're scrolling and you're just half asleep. That's exactly how I felt. I used to go on TikTok and scroll even if I just wanted to not do that. I was so addicted to apps like TikTok and Reels that I would literally be half asleep and I knew I had to go to bed at like 8, 9 p.m. and I would literally still just sit and scroll, and I hated my life, and that carried over not just when I was scrolling but in school as well. I remember I used to just sit in lessons half awake, just listening to what the teacher was saying and writing things down. And the whole time during that period of my life, I had no goals, no ambitions, and I just hated everything about myself. I'd play football in school with my friends at lunch and at break, but other than that, things were just really, really low power mode. You probably use hours and hours on TikTok and Instagram Reels, and you also feel the same way. You understand that it's not actually good for you, and on top of that, you just want change. If you can relate to what I've said so far, make sure you like and subscribe, as it really, really helps my channel out. It also helps ensure that you get immediate access to any new piece of content I release, so that you keep growing and you keep developing yourself. The number one way you can stop like all of these low power mode issues where you just feel like you're half asleep like I did, is to just stop using your phone. When you're not using your phone, there's no temptation at all. The likelihood of you scrolling when you haven't got your phone is quite literally 0%. There is absolutely no chance you're going to be able to scroll and waste time doing random shit on your phone if it's not on you. You not using your phone eliminates the problem entirely. There is a 0% probability you're going to do anything degenerate, and there's a 0% probability you're going to actually just do random shit like scroll on TikTok, like 2 people's posts, and look at 4 other people's stories. There's a 0 chance that's going to happen when you don't have your phone and you're not using it. With me, what I personally do is every single morning, I put my phone in my drawer and I just don't touch it for the entire morning. Before bed, what I tend to do is, there's a drawer behind me actually, which is what I use. I'll put my phone in this drawer, and then after I close it, it will stay there for about 12 hours. I won't touch my phone, it will stay in that drawer. And yeah, through the entire morning, I'm always attacking missions, attacking goals, and ticking off checklists. What you can take away from this is start to use your phone for allocated purposes only. So for example, if you need to respond to a specific person on your phone, respond to that specific person. Don't go on your phone, scroll, and then respond. Get on your phone, respond to the person you need to respond to, and then after you've done that, just put your phone away and stop using it. It's the same with anything else. If you have your phone on you, which most people do, make sure you use it for the reason you've got it out. So if you need to check the time, press the side button on the home screen or tap the home screen, see the time, and then put it away. Don't be the dumb idiot who gets their phone out, starts scrolling for 5 minutes, puts it away, then realizes that they haven't actually checked the thing that they wanted to do. If you do that, you're subhuman. So just make sure that you use your phone for allocated purposes only. The best way I describe doing this is always keep it in your bag or somewhere in like a coat pocket instead of your actual pocket. There's loads of studies coming out saying that putting your phone in your pocket is just horrible for your like sperm health and whatever. I'll try and put something up. But in general, just always keep your phone like in your bag or in your coat pocket, because then if you are going to check your phone, there's more intentional use of you getting it out, checking the time, and then putting it away. You're checking out whatever you need to check and then putting it away. The next thing is just move away from short form apps. Short form apps are literally a cancer to anyone who uses them, and they steal all of your time. TikTok and Instagram Reels are quite literally stealing and robbing your time, and it's absolutely destroying you. Short form apps are literally the plague of the modern day, and I absolutely hate it. With me, I don't personally use social media. I don't have TikTok, I don't have Instagram, and I don't have Snapchat, and I'm among one of the few people that doesn't actually use social media in this generation. What's interesting about that is I'm the happiest person I know compared to everyone in my school, everyone I know, and all the people around me. It's interesting how social media is called social media when in fact it makes you less social, and all it does is it makes you compare yourself to other people who have no validity in your life. If anything, I'm more successful, I'm happier, I'm more confident because I don't use social media and I see people in real life for who they are. I don't need to use Instagram as a cover up. I don't need to use TikTok as a cover up. I don't need to fake my interests to get other people to see them. I see things for what they actually are. I've made the most progress I have, and things are amazing for my life right now. I don't feel the need to scroll. I don't feel the need to live up to expectations that other people have put on me. I'm my own person, and that's what makes me the best person in this generation. What you can take away from this again is literally set up screen time restrictions. If you have TikTok, if you have Instagram Reels, if you can't delete it, I'd highly recommend deleting TikTok for sure. There's like old videos on my channel where I basically explain why you should and basically all the positives of it. So I'll try and put it up on screen somewhere. But if you can't, definitely set up screen time restrictions, and that's gonna absolutely save you. There's an app called Opal, which I'll put up on screen. This app by far is the best app I know that is really good at just restricting screen time, and I have loads and loads of friends and stuff who use it. Opal literally kicks you off the app, and it basically makes you not use the app, which is amazing. What you'll realize from that is you're wasting less time and you're not doing anything degenerate or stupid. I've just given you the 2 actionable steps that you can do, and it's stop using your phone and move away from short form apps. Now I've spoken about the actionable steps, I want to give you something to think about. I want you to paint a picture of what your life's going to look like in the next 2 years. If you break free from this now, imagine where you're going to be in the next 5 years. You're going to be ahead of every single other person you know in your school, in your area, and you're genuinely going to feel like you're on top. Just really re-encapsulate what your life's going to be like 5 years from now when you're not scrolling, when you're not addicted to your phone. You can have present conversations with people like I am with you now. And you can even just feel yourself just feeling lighter and more happy. And you can do this because I did the exact same thing. I went from where you are now, where you were addicted to your phone, scrolling, not being able to not check your phone, to someone who barely checks their phone and has full control over their life and their choices. I was where you are, and I broke free. If you've got to this part of the video, comment time down below in the comment section so I can see if you've got to this part. If you haven't already, I'd really appreciate it if you can like and subscribe. That way you get immediate access to any new piece of content I release. I talk about topics that no one on YouTube seems to talk about because I understand the younger generation more than anyone. As always, there's one last thing I always say before I leave, and it's that always strive for excellence because great things will come your way.